We all know this exact scenario. There is a regional you are attending in 2 weeks and you still don't know what deck to play, what tech cards to include, or even how the meta is shifting. So in this video I will explain how to pick a deck, how to analyze the meta, and also how to handle the stress before a tournament. So let's dive into it. First of all, we want to analyze the field. So we want to know what we are up against and also in what meta we are right now. If there is data out there, so major tournaments in the same format, use it. Go on Limitless and watch those tournament results. You can go on Limitless Labs and see how the matchups are going, but if there is no data out there, it's a bit more tricky. It gets even trickier if your tournament is the first one after rotation, like my tournament at Prague, but there is still an incredible resource out there, and this is online tournament results. But online tournaments are basically tournaments that are held online, obviously, but the people who are attending online tournaments are just people who want to try hard and practice. So basically the people you are going up against in a major tournament. And you can look at what decks they played, what lists they played, what matchups they struggled with, and what matchups they did good at. You can go over tournament results, whether it's online or major tournaments, and just have a feel of what the field looks like. Now, we didn't choose a deck yet, but we know what we are dealing with. Now, when it comes to picking a deck, I'm looking at two main points. How powerful is a deck, and how much am I enjoying the deck? You need to find a middle ground of what decks you enjoy and also what are the most powerful decks. And that is why step 1 is so important, because you need to have an overview to actually know what is strong, and also you need to play some decks, play some games, and have a basic understanding of the TCG to know what you are enjoying. Before locking in my deck, I try to pick 1 to 3 decks that I really enjoy and just start testing with them and just use this as a baseline of my personal testing. When I start testing a deck, I start by theorizing the matchups, and after that I try to play against myself in a simulator like TCG Masters, for example, or against my testing group, and just start testing specific matchups. After I have that knowledge, I start grinding the ladder, and I just try to get as many games in as possible. Obviously stay focused during that, don't look at your phone, and I just try to have volume to just back up my personal data. I strongly recommend you, when you're playing TCG Live, to track everything in a spreadsheet, because data is key. Now, if you don't have a spreadsheet yet to track your own games, my friend Daniel made an incredible spreadsheet for my whole testing group that I'm sharing with you guys today. So just check out his Twitter. Here's the QR code for copying the spreadsheet, and also click the link in the description below. You will be able to use the spreadsheet we are using in our testing group, and maybe it's helping you also. Just look at it once in a while to see if patterns occur. Like, for example, if you're struggling in a specific matchup, you maybe need to practice that matchup specifically a lot more, or you need to include tech cards and some stuff like that. So basically, if you're realizing there are patterns, you need to find a way to kind of repair those patterns. Now, we have our deck, we have everything set, but one of the most, if not the most important point in prep is your mental game. You need to be able to have a clear state of mind during your prep and also during the tournament. To ensure that, I try to not make huge changes around 1 week before a tournament. What I mean by that is you need to be able to have confidence, because if you are confident in yourself, you will go into the tournament with a very, very clear state of mind. And you need to be able to trust your own preparation. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, you don't have any control over that now, but try to analyze it after the tournament and try to make it better afterwards. That is how you build your own routine. You shouldn't just copy any routine, but you should start critically thinking about some routines and also what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and just try to have confidence in your own prep. The week before a tournament, you just want to clean up your play and your mind, and the day before a tournament, you just want to relax and try to have confidence in your own play. At least, this is what works for me, an average player like you. I'm just sharing what works for me, and I'm really hyped to hear about your habits, what is working for you, and maybe I can adapt 1 or 2 things from you in the comments below. So please let me know. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe and like the video. It would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.